It's been stated for decades that WWE have the hottest women on TV. We all know that looks can take you far in the wrestling business. We are Fog Wrestling, and we're going to look at the top 5 oldest looking women in WWE. Welcome back, guys, to the channel. WWE's current female roster spans across 4 different decades. We have teens, we have 20s, we have 30s, and we have 40-year-old women wrestling in the company right now. Some are hot and some are not. Some look a lot older than they are, and some look a lot younger than they are. But for the purpose of this video, we're going to focus on women that look older than their actual age. Women that look like they've had a hard day at the office. We've got 5 in total. This list is also going to be in order, so number 5 will be the one that looks the least oldest, and then number 1 will be the one that looks the most oldest. So no offense to whoever comes in at number 1, but I'm sure they're getting ready to block us on Twitter right now. And moving in to number 5, we have Michin of the OC. She just looks older than her actual age. Now, she is 34 years old, but I would say she looks at least close to her 40s, if not in her 40s. And something I've noticed with Asians in wrestling and Asians in general, there seems to be no middle ground. They either look a lot younger than their actual age, or they look a bit older than their actual age. I've never seen an Asian person that I've looked at them and I thought they look exactly like their age. Normally they always look a lot younger, but in some occasions they do look older, and for me, Michin is one of those occasions. 34 years old, I don't see it. Now, I do think she's reasonably attractive. I just think she is a bit older than her actual age. So yeah, 34 for me. I'd probably say she's more around 30, 39, 40. Moving into number 4, we have Sonia DeVille, and this one might be a little bit controversial because people might think, why are you putting Sonia DeVille in spot number 4? Well, I actually find Sonia DeVille mega hot, even though she is a lesbian, even though it's very disappointing that she bats for the women's side or whatever. She's still attractive, there's no doubt about that. However, she's 29, and for me, she does not look 29. She looks a little bit older than 29. I'd say she definitely looks like she is into her 30s, probably mid-30s. She was hanging around with Mandy Rose. She's best friend with Mandy Rose. Yet she's about 3 years younger than Mandy Rose, like 3.5 years younger than Mandy. And just looking at the two, I wouldn't think that. When you look at Sonia DeVille outside of WWE with her wife, you see them in photos, and she just looks like an older woman. Not like old, but she looks like someone who is at least in her 30s, whereas she is only 29 years old, but very attractive. No issues with Sonia DeVille. Speaking of very attractive, number 3 is not. So we start coming in at number 3. Honestly, she looks old. She looks very old. The funny thing is, she's actually in a feud with Becky Lynch. She's teaming up with Trish Stratus, and beside Trish Stratus, she kind of looks like she could be Trish's sister, her ugly sister. They look around the same age. Doesn't make any sense. Trish has got, what, almost 20 years on Zoe Stark. Zoe Stark is 29. And I feel bad putting Zoe Stark just one above Sonia DeVille, because like I said, I actually find Sonia DeVille hot. Don't find Zoe Stark hot at all. But no, for me, Zoe Stark definitely looks a lot older than 29. I don't think anyone would guess that's her actual age. For me, definitely looks closer to 40. Coming in at number 2. And this is what happens when you have so many surgeries, when you have so much work done to your face. It is Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair looks fucking atrocious. We've seen a few renders over the years, and she looks like Cher. She looks like 70-year-old Cher. She does. She actually looks identical. Could be Cher's biological twin sister. I mean, how the hell does Charlotte Flair look so old? And when you look at this plastic surgery, it's not helped her. It's not made her more beautiful. If anything, I think it's made her look worse. It's made her look less attractive, and it's made her look about 20 times older than she actually is. So, yeah, I look at Charlotte Flair. I mean, she looks like she could be Ric Flair's new wife. That's how old she looks. She just doesn't look like someone who's 37. For me, she looks a hell of a lot older than that. Rene Dupree recently came out as well, and he says that Charlotte Flair looks a hell of a lot older than she actually is. He says he didn't mean any offence by it, although it's difficult to say that kind of thing without meaning offence. Thankfully for us here in Fog Wrestling, we don't really care about offending somebody. Like, she's on national TV. I highly doubt she gives a fuck about our opinion. But yeah, Does Charlotte Flair look 37? Absolutely not. I think she looks way, way, way older than 37. I would say, honestly, she looks closer to 50 than she does 37. Hands down, Charlotte Flair looks closer to 50 than she does 37. And that's not me kidding, that's not me joking, that's not me trying to exaggerate and put years on her. She does look like she could easily pass for 50. I don't think there's anybody in the world that believes she could pass for 37. And moving in to number 1 on our list, someone that's looked old in my opinions since the day that they debuted it, and they just look a lot older now because that's been about 10 years ago, and that of course is Dana Brooke, everyone's least favourite wrestler. Honestly, she looks so old, I wouldn't be surprised if she was the one that invented wrestling. For all we know, she could be Vince McMahon's great-grandmother. She just looks very, very old, very, very plastic. Not as plastic as Charlotte Flair, but she looks probably older than Charlotte Flair. Probably the only person that I think looks older than Charlotte Flair in terms of units of years. She is 34, but you would never guess she's 34. Again, just like Charlotte, looks a hell of a lot closer to 50 than she does her actual age. I remember this period of time she was trying to date Batista, and it's like, no, come on, that you're cradle snatching here. I know she's like 20 years younger than Batista, but she looks about 20 years older than Batista. Come on, leave Batista alone. He doesn't deserve that shit. Leave Batista alone to play with his little toys. You go and find a man your own age, Dana Brooke. But yeah, 34, looks about 64. Reasonably attractive, I guess, from the face down, but yeah, no, just old, very fucking old. Anyway, guys, that is it. That is our list. Michin, Sonia DeVille, Zoe Stark, Charlotte, and Dana Brooke. That is our old women timer list here on Fog Wrestling. Let me know your thoughts down below. And of course, there will be the opposite of this. There will be 5 women in WWE that look younger than they actually are coming soon to the channel. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Stay subscribed. I will catch you in the next one. And of course, until then, hit that like, subscribe button, and peace.